Hello, this is Ludovision, and I'm back with the Fresh Start Challenge, New Game Plus 7 on Dark Souls. Last time I ended the video with a failed attempt on the gargoyles and left it to finish off my attempts off camera, well, most of them. I was still recording. You don't need to watch all of the failed attempts, and I just showed the successful run at the start of this video. Overall, the time spent in-game between videos is around 2 or 3 hours, so there's a good reason I cut out the deaths. The main reason for that is it took me a while to figure out how to get through this area reliably without dying, and partially because I'm simply not used to the crossbow's reload time for this fight. And of course, being New Game Plus 7, they have quite a lot of health. Now, between then and now, I did also pick up the Grass Crest Shield and upgraded my Heater Shield and Reinforced Club to +5. I had noticed I'd forgotten to upgrade the club to +5 in my last video. It was actually still a +4 by the end of that. I have fixed that by now. And the Heater Shield doesn't make much difference at this point anyway, since I'm not using it. As you can see, this club is quite good at stun locking the boss, and what enables that to be used reliably is the Crest Shield. Now this gets even easier later on once you find the Chloranthy Ring. Technically, I could have gone and picked that up before fighting the gargoyles, but the whole point of doing a challenge like this is to get through the game without all those items that make it a lot easier, so that's why. And this is obviously the hardest part of the fight. Now, what threw me off most of the time was the crossbow. I have played through this part of the game with only crossbows before, but those were fully upgraded, and it was only on the first New Game Plus. This is a lot different. And I had gotten this close at one point before, and I got a bit hasty. Tried to finish off the first one during its attack and missed. But I've decided to be a bit more careful this time, and that's what eventually helped me to succeed. Now I was trying to stun lock this one as well, but he managed to jump out of it. And again, managed to jump out of it. I actually panicked a little bit at that point. I didn't want to get in close in case he tried something funny again. Luckily his health was low enough that it didn't really matter. And here I speed up the video again. All the boring parts, well, technically if it was all the boring parts I should be speeding up the boss fights as well. I actually do speed up some of the boss fights, like Stray Demon is in this video. And after this video, the next one I'll be fighting is Quelaag. I have done a couple of attempts on her already. It's a very long fight with this character. I'm still using the Reinforced Club +5 though. I intend to make it a Fire Club, but until then, Quelaag is immune to fire, so I'm leaving it at normal. It will still get some of the scaling bonus, so therefore, as far as I can tell, it is stronger against her than the fire one. Still pretty weak though. With the red tearstone ring it's doing 141 damage a hit. And so it's going to take a long time. That fight will be sped up to spare you the trouble of watching the whole way through. Right now, in the video, I am going to Blighttown to unlock the shortcut from Firelink. Whenever I go into Blighttown, I prefer to go that way, but I'm not actually going there yet. First things first, I'll be going into the Undead Asylum, dying several times to those guys on the hill with the fire, and then killing the Stray Demon. Now, one thing I did forget to do, which I've noticed since I've now made my way into Blighttown on my character, I forgot to pick up the ring, the iron, whatever it's called, the one that gives you the ability to run in the swamp. Now, because of that, it's getting very tedious to walk to Quelaag each time, and also because I haven't got any purple moss clumps. Luckily, you can get it to a point where you can, where the poison will get you just down to the right level of health and then wear off. That does mean I can't get hit at all, but that was true anyway, considering how much damage Quelaag does to me. A couple of times I have died to her already, and I'll be honest, that move where she jumps to the side, that will kill me in one hit, so frankly it doesn't matter what my health is on any of these boss fights. And I believe I cut out most of the deaths here, and I just showed the one, and there were probably about 5 to 10 deaths trying to get through these guys. I was trying to fight them by the end of it, and using the red tear stone, but I saw an opening, couldn't let it get past, and just ran for it. And here, first thing I was trying to do is get down to red tear stone health. I accidentally forgot about the full damage the first time, and health was still a bit too high, so I ended up suiciding for this. Luckily these are very easy to kill, so back down here. And as you can see, I've left this one sped up because it's a very boring fight regardless. This is still a quicker fight than when I did this with a bow on the first playthrough, because I was doing 16 damage per hit. And the fight itself on that bow run took me 25 minutes. I think this one was closer to 5 or 10, but I'm actually not certain. At this pace, I'm tempted to say it's probably closer to 3 or 4, judging by how fast it's already gone. To put it in perspective, this is playing at 4 times normal speed. And the fact that the Reinforced Club has the bleeding actually helps a lot on this. Otherwise, it would take a lot longer. Now, I went down here, tried to get a red Titanite chunk and the Peculiar Doll. I ended up dying. And, yeah. I did try to get it a couple more times, but I kept getting killed anyway. I'm not very good at parrying those guys. So I eventually just left the souls. Or you saw I died again anyway, so I lost the souls, I should say. And decided to go to Blighttown next, I think? No. I was actually opening up the way for the Capra Demon, which I'm not going to attempt right away. I'm going to wait until I have a stronger weapon. Fighting Capra Demon as my character is now would be futile. Especially with such a slow weapon. Now, initially I was planning on getting Red Tearstone, fighting my way through, but those dogs will almost one-hit kill me anyway. And I eventually decided fighting through was too much trouble, and you see I just got hit by the Dragonfire. There were too much trouble to try and kill, so I eventually just ran through it anyway. And as you might have seen just then, I forgot to pick up the key last time I was here. So my next stop is to pick up that key. Which means waiting for this Drake. Wyvern, whatever it's called. Granted, it most likely would have been simpler to just die at that point. Doesn't make much of a difference though. Now, first thing I did here was open up the shortcut. I find it a lot easier to go in from that direction than go by the bridge every time. And this is where I learned how irritating those dogs can be to kill. So, I believe this is a fair amount of time later. Just after I've decided to run through, see, I just got hit by a dog. It does quite a lot of damage. And I'm running through here again. And this is just about the end of the video. It's shorter than the last one. I didn't do as much. I apologise for that. But this is really setting me up for the next video, where I will start to do something interesting for a change. After killing Quelag, I'll be going into Sen's Fortress. Wish me luck. This has been Ludovision. Thank you for watching.